So we are 2 minutes away from Friday night BBL Championship action. It is our Eagles against the Wolves of Worcester. We're going to break that deadlock in position 4 in the BBL Championship tonight. Both teams on 7 wins, 4 losses. Let's make it 8 wins for our Eagles. And make some noise! Tonight's match sponsors Gateshead, Norwich and West Ham students in the house tonight who are helping us with our event management this evening. You can stick in their big t-shirts and you fellows put a great job with them here at the evening. As Mike Paul Foster, 3-1-3
following what you would regard as lean years, 2017 to 19. Pretty remarkable transformation this year, as you've just said, that they've got an identical record in the championship with the Eagles, and they are of course the holders of the only piece of silverware that's been awarded so far. I don't think you can underestimate the importance of the recruitment of Matt Newby, and together with the management he's done a pretty impressive job of putting together a very competitive roster. I would class them as a set-aside main ticket to victory. What the Newcastle League has been each changing personnel, and they're still jinxed by injury problems with Joe Lashton and CJ Gettis tonight. So it's going to be a tough game for Newcastle tonight. They need to rekindle that spirit and intensity that showed a couple of weeks ago against the London Lions, and avoid that spectacular against Cheshire last week. Really a spectacular one I had about 2-3 years ago.
But Lasker isn't named on the team sheet, and neither is Getty's. So the Eagles will start with, in the back court, it'll be Rodney Glasgow and Ramon Fletcher. And then it'll be Mike Morsell, Sadi Ali Hussein and Darius Defoe. For Wolves, it's Martin Bogneck, Cortez Edwards, Mark Hughes, Jordan Williams and Amir Williams. Pretty formidable lineup for the Eagles to face, particularly Amir Williams without CJ Getty's, Dave.
Yeah, well, you know, you look at the stats have been kindly produced for us, and interesting stat is Eagles are averaging 91 points per game against Worcester's 82. But without CJ Getty's, they've got some pretty formidable scorers. They've got 5 guys averaging between 13 and 15 points per game. Both Williamses, Hughes, Josephs and Edwards.
Yeah, definitely a very explosive team. Eagles and Wolves have met twice already this season. Both games have gone to Wolves. 4-point win, 90-86 in the BBL Cup quarter final, and as we all know, Wolves went on to win the Cup final, and it was a 5-point game, 77-72 in the first league game down there. So we're ready for the tip. It's won by Amir Williams. It's Cheshire who get us, I've caught Dave's disease there, Worcester who get us underway, and it's Cortez Edwards who's bringing the ball up at the moment. And Ramon Fletcher gets it to steal that one from Boutneck and lays it in from 2 straight away.
I nearly gave Edwards the kiss of death then, because I thought the one time I've seen him play this year, I thought he was pretty impressive at point guard.
Well, you look at these numbers, he doesn't just have, he averages double figures in points, nearly 7 rebounds and nearly 7 assists a game, so he does do it at both ends. Mike Morsell steps out of bounds as he's lining up a 3-point shot, but he's just put his foot out of bounds. Refereeing crew Josh Paul Unsworth and Neil McEvely tonight. Cortez Edwards is guarded by Rodney Glasgow, and Ramon Fletcher at the moment on Martin Boutneck. There's Jordan Williams, that's a lovely pass to Amir Williams by Jordan Williams, and Amir Williams lays it in for 2 to level the game up at 2 points all with 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Rodney Glasgow shaped for the 3, didn't shoot it, shaped for 3 again, didn't shoot it. Ramon Fletcher though will from Darius Defoe's pass. That's in and out, and it's an easy rebound for Amir Williams. Cortez Edwards to Boukneck.
Well, after the glut of Williams' last year's, we're having, I think, 3 here at this home club. We're down to 3 in this game, but the 2 from Worcester have pretty impressed me so far, particularly the way they look like they're going to play more or less as joint forwards rather than a centre and a forward.
So 3-point shots missed at both ends. First by Mark Hughes and the second by Adi Hussein. Very quiet opening points wise. Jordan Williams tries to go cross court to Cortez Edwards, but it's picked up by Mike Morsell, and he goes Euro step to the basket and lays it in for 2. Just looking at the Eagles bench, and CJ Getty must be the biggest cheerleader I've ever seen. He has Edwards, and that's going to be a foul on Morsell, I think. It's actually a foul on Darius Defoe on the arm as Cortez Edwards tried to get to the basket. Hughes inbounds to Jordan Williams as Edwards turns the corner.
Jordan Williams at the moment is playing a big part in the
Well, Mark Hughes found Amir Williams wide open under the basket, and Williams turned to dunk it and missed the dunk completely, and Eagles came away with the rebound. But then when Fletcher tried to find Hussein at the other end, that was too high and Hussein couldn't gather it in. Still 4-2 and was 2.5 minutes into the game.
Well, I think that's why Amir Williams missed that dunk. He got too high.
And here is Williams barreling in against Morsell. Foul on Morsell. That'll be 2 shots to Williams. Morsell shaking his head, feeling as if he got all ball, but I think it looked like a pretty clear-cut call to me. Amir Williams goes to the line. 68% free throw shooter. Makes the first. Loud and proud. Make some noise. Misses a second, but he almost gets his own rebound, but Hussein tidies up for the Eagles. Morsell puts up a 3, and it goes from Mike Morsell. Eagles lead 7-3. Morsell up to 5.
Well, 32% for the Eagles, 33% for Worcester's not actually setting the 3-point line of fire, but I'll tell you what, Morsell and Hussein are developing some long-range stuff for the Eagles over the last few games.
Martin Bauknecht replies for Worcester with a 3. After Sadeh Hussein had blocked Jordan Williams, Hussein tries to go inside on Amir Williams and he can't make the layup. Edwards comes away with the ball. Here's Jordan Williams, already looking very strong, as Dave's already said. Gets to the basket there. That's a foul on Sadeh Hussein. On the arm.
Yeah, they're using Jordan Williams down that low post. Bit of an old-fashioned way, I guess, but quite effective, setting up, and obviously you've got that high-low potential feed to his partner forward, the other Williams, but you've also got Hughes there who can nail the shot, and Edwards patrolling the perimeter.
Mark Hughes 44% 3-point shooter, so obviously dangerous as we go out. Jordan Williams misses his first one. Not one of the better free throw shooters in the league at only 45%, so he'll probably make this one. There you go.
Well, Bauknecht's the only really one who's not in double figures for scoring, but he is getting a lot of minutes, so obviously they value his contribution highly. Yeah,
he's captain of the side, and just Hussein, it's the time it's Defoe who comes up short with a 2-point shot. 7-all and 4 minutes in. Seems to have been a very quiet sort of start. Williams spins, throws it up against the backboard. That was a poor shot from Jordan Williams. Eagles come away with the rebound. Mike Morsell will go to the basket again, go to work. He manages to lay that in off the backboard over Cortez Edwards for 2 more. Mike Morsell off to a nice start. The only Eagle that really is. 7 points already for Morsell.
Yeah, he's been pretty effective on a straight line drive as well. He's using a Euro step, but it's not particularly pronounced. It's more the way it slows up off his last step that's beating the defensive player.
There's another foul called. This time it's on Ramon Fletcher as Mark Hughes drives to the basket and lays it in for 2, and he'll go to the line for an extra shot. It's 4 fouls against the Eagles, none so far against Worcester.
Yeah, it's almost like the Eagles have sprinted into the penalty, isn't it?
Let's make some noise.
So 9-0.
Well, the one good thing about these 4 fouls are being shared by 4 different players.
Hughes makes the extra, and that gives Worcester their first lead of the night. It's 10-9. Here's Fletcher now bringing it up to Defoe. Hussein looking for Fletcher again. Fletcher looking to drive or pick a pass inside. In fact, he steps out, shoots the 3, which hits the front of the rim and bounces back. Taken by Edwards. Edwards goes at Defoe, manages to go past him and lays it in for a nice 2. Coast to coast from Cortez Edwards.
Well under control as well, and not only that, he had his head up all the time, aware of all the options around him. Pretty smart move, pretty smart player.
Yeah, totally agree, Dave. Very smart move. He has Morcell, he's going to drive in on Hughes. Manages to get it over Hughes and in for 2 again. Mike Morcell definitely feeling it tonight. 9 of the Eagles, 11 points.
Well, it's a big change in the way the Eagles play when CJ Getty's not playing, but Morcell tonight is a real threat. And what, 9 of the 11 points?
Yeah. Kofi Josephs, who's come on. Jordan Williams against Hussein, turns Hussein quite easily, and then fouls. Whoa.
Well, I've been fascinated by the way they're pounding it into somebody in the low post, but the one thing he's got pretty good passing skills and pretty good passing vision when he does receive the ball in that low post.
Morcell drives to the basket and he's fouled by Mark Hughes. They go up the line for 2 shots. Worcester leading 14-11. Kofi Josephs it was who scored the last basket. Nice layup after Amir Williams and Jordan Williams did the work on the boards, and it came loose to Kofi Josephs and he laid it in for 2. Josephs, who's come on for Boutneck. Yeah, I thought that it looked as if Hussein had taken a bit of a bang in the face on that last offence from Worcester, and he's actually receiving treatment to his face on the Eagles bench, and he's gone off and been replaced by Kai Williams.
The Eagles were very much hoping that Kai Williams' clear return to form last week, particularly in the game on Sunday in the Cup game, will be continued tonight. I thought he was more aggressive, he was confident in taking his shot.
Yeah, probably one of the biggest differences of the game on Sunday. I think Kai Williams a really nice all-round game. Meanwhile, Morcell's made 1 of 2 from the line, which is Josephs for 3. You can't leave Kofi Josephs open for 3. Renowned over the years as being a 3-point shooter, and he knocks that one down very comfortably, and suddenly it's a 5-point gap for Worcester.
And now you've got 2 knockdown shooters on the perimeter for Worcester, in Josephs and Hughes.
Back to Kai Williams. Kai Williams puts up a 3 and that one misses. Yes, Hughes shakes, bakes, backs Morcell down, but can't go any further. Gives it to Edwards. Edwards to Van Sayers, who's come on. Kofi Josephs back out to Hughes. Hughes for 3. It's the front of the rim. Darius Defoe takes the rebound.
Oh, what beautiful ball movement there, and you would think with Hughes at the end of it that would have been converted.
Ramon Fletcher at the other end, coast to coast, and lays it in for 2. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Worcester lead by 17-14. Williams trying to get inside on Kai Williams. He has Kofi Josephs. Outside, here's Van Soers. That's going to be a push by Kai Williams. Coach Newby rotating his bench a little bit to make sure nobody
plays the full 10 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's Williams for Williams, so that makes it a little bit easier, Dave. So,
if I was coaching, I'm not sure that rule would apply to the point guard, Edwards.
Van Soers makes the first one. Dutchman, who's played all his basketball in his native country till this year, makes the second one. Worcester back to a 5-point lead at 19-14. Dave and I did. Fletcher attacks the rim, but it's met by Edwards with a great block. And straight down the other end very, very quickly. Here's Kofi Joseph for three again. That one's short, and it's Fletcher coming back on defense who picks up the rebound. Nick Schlitzer thought about the three inside to Darius Defoe. He drives against Jordan Williams, but he can't make the shot. Van Soers takes the rebound. Dave and I were talking before the game. We felt if CJ Geddes was out for the Eagles, it was going to be a tough night for them, possibly inside, and so far it's proved exactly that. Here's Edwards. He finds Van Soers inside, but that's a good block by Kai Williams and tidied up well by Darius Defoe.
Yeah, pretty good help as well from Nick Slitcher.
Yeah. Nick Slitcher in the corner for three. That one goes down. Takes the Eagles back to within two at 19-17 to Worcester.
Really good start from Slitcher. To me, he was the guy who prevented that easy layup there at that end. He worked off the ball, and that was 3-point shot was really needed the way the game was going.
Edwards once again with the ball. Lovely pass inside to Van Soers, who drives to the basket and lays it in for two. Excellent pass from Cortez Edwards. Fletcher trying to set the Eagles up again. Gives it to Defoe. Defoe drives in, kicks it back out to Williams. Kai Williams for three. That's in and out. Will Saunders, who's come on, didn't quite get the rebound. Kofi Josephs inside to Van Soers again. He's missed that layup. Goal 10 given. Timeout called by Coach McLeod, who clearly didn't agree with the goal 10 call. Longest
the game's being played.
It was interesting.
But he's good getting out in transition.
Yeah, it was interesting listening in the week as well to Sadi Hussein, who felt that Worcester played a slow game, half-court game, and they had to play a quick game, but at the moment they've been dragged into the way Worcester play.
Well, Worcester will be delighted if this turns out to be a half-court battle.
Just looking at the Worcester scorers, the top two scorers are Kofi Josephs with 5 and Van Soers with 6, and they're both from the bench. Eagles, Sadi Hussein's come back on for Darius Defoe. Will Saunders, Fletcher, Raheem May Thompson's come on for Worcester. So as Dave says, plenty of rotations from both sides. Some forced, some not so forced. Hussein misses his layup. Battles for the rebound, and it comes off Van Soers, and that's an Eagles ball at the end line.
That's probably unfortunately didn't convert that at the end. That was probably the Eagles' best half-court offense of the night. Lots of good ball movement. I like the way they run the plays off the double screens on the baseline.
Eagles inbound is picked up by Kofi Josephs, who tries to go the whole length of the court, but it's blocked by Kai Williams. Cortez Edwards, nice little dance round Sadi Hussein, and lays it in with his left hand for 2. Edwards has 4 points and 4 rebounds so far.
And a huge contribution to this game so far. Good leadership.
Saunders, he's stolen by May Thompson. Eagles looking a little bit ragged at the moment, down by 8. Jordan Williams out to Kofi Josephs, he comes inside. Josephs up for 2, doesn't make it. Hussein takes the rebound. A long punt from Ron Fletcher from just inside his own half ends the quarter with Worcester comfortably in front at 25-17, and the Eagles.
And only one of those is under 20 minutes. Everybody else is 20 minutes plus.
Funny enough, the one who is under 20 minutes is Julius Van Soers, who's actually, made a really big contribution since he started this game. So we're back out for the second quarter. Eagles with Fletcher, Slitcher, Saunders, Hussein and Kai Williams. Hussein for 2, that's off the backboard, doesn't go in. Saunders can't make the rebound. It's Boutneck who comes up with the rebound. He gives it to Hughes. Cortez Edwards having a seat at the moment. Jordan Williams into Amir Williams. He's backing Hussein down. Good help defense from Will Saunders. Jordan Williams is going to have to shoot from the elbow. Does shoot from the elbow and knocks down a nice 2-point shot.
Well, as well as all the other good things, we can add range to his game tonight.
That's a double-digit lead for Worcester now, 27-17. Schlitzer turns the corner back to Williams. Saunders up for three, and that one's off as well. Eagles shooting off at the moment. Amir Williams takes another rebound. He's already got 4 rebounds as well. Here's Jordan Williams. Mia Thompson back to Jordan Williams. Along the baseline to Mark Hughes in the corner for three. In goes the three. That's very simple basketball, but very effective basketball. And it's a 13-point lead at the moment for Worcester at 30-17. And they're looking very comfortable indeed. Eagles trying to reply with a 3-point from Hussein. It doesn't go. Schlitzer gets the rebound, gives it into Fletcher. Fletcher tries to drive inside. He's fouled by Jordan Williams. Two shots given to Ramon Fletcher. He'll go up the line. Eagles substitutions. Will Saunders and Kai Williams coming out. Mike Morsell, Darius Defoe back on. Mark Hughes has taken a seat for Worcester and Cortez Edwards has come back on. Only 2 fouls for Worcester in the whole game, and they're both on Mark Hughes. And the Eagles shooting wars continues as the normally reliable Ramon Fletcher misses his first one from the line. And misses a second as well. Just Edwards to Boutneck. He finds Jordan Williams. Gives it inside. Nick Schlitzer gets hands in. Interesting, the referee's call was end-line ball for Worcester, especially as most of the Worcester players turned around and well, we're going to go back on defence. Change for the Eagles. Fletcher comes off. Rodney Glasgow comes on. Amir Williams, Edwards, back to Amir Williams, out to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams going to shoot the three. Jordan Williams knocks down the three.
He's playing with a lot of confidence, isn't he? I don't know whether there is such a position, but he's almost like a point forward. He really has been an influence in how this game's been played.
Up to 6 points personal, and Worcester lead now by 16. Ball inside for Hussein. Is blocked by Amir Williams. This time the foul is called on Amir Williams, and Hussein will go to the line to shoot 2.
Just point out across the arena for your enjoyment and ease.
Hussein makes the first.
Good on one.
Hussein makes them both. He is an 88% free throw shooter, so no surprise to see him knock both down there. Edwards to Boutneck.
Well, that was an interesting tactic, because I've been thinking for some time that the Eagles have got to do something different, and what they came out with there was a 2-1-2 press. And I think a change of emphasis like that, a change of tempo. They can't just play a gentle half-court game against Worcester for 40 minutes.
No,
they've got to get out after them, whether it's a man-to-man full-blooded press or it's a 2-1-2 containing zone press. It's irrelevant. They'll need to do something different.
Another 3-point shot short from Nick Schlitzer.
And when they do create wide open shots, those players have got to commit to taking them.
He'll shoot 2 of 11 from 3-point range at the moment. Here's Edwards. Bossing this game, Cortez Edwards goes all the way to the basket but can't lay it in. Sadeh Hussein can't get the rebound but manages to stop Amir Williams from getting it as well. Ramon Fletcher comes back in, quick break for him. He'll go back to the 2-guard situation with Glasgow and Fletcher, and it's the starting 5 that's back out. Amir Williams takes the inbound Fantastic block from Sadeh Hussein. Here's Mike Morsell at the other end. Goes and lays it in for two. Mike Morsell certainly come to play tonight.
He needs support.
The Eagles still down by 12. Worcester looking comfortable every time they go down. Nice pass from Jordan Williams to Cortez Edwards. Cortez Edwards knocks the three down. And Ian McLeod says, enough's enough, I want my second time out, with Worcester in front by 15 and 36 to 21.
Well, there's no players on the floor.
Certainly the Eagles have been a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde team this year. We know they've had a lot of injuries and things like that, but they seem to play one really good game and then one not so good game, and this at the moment is one of their not so good games. But still a long time to go, still 26 minutes to play in the whole game. Yes, Fletcher driving to the basket, gives it out to Defoe. That's a lovely pass and a nice basket. That's a bit more like it from the Eagles. Raises the fans a little bit, but it only brings them back within 13. They need stops as much as offenses. Edwards comes forward, gives it to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams is, to me, he's really bossed the paint at the moment. And again, goes past Hussein and lays it in for two. There's 2 points for Darius Defoe's first of the night. Whereas Jordan Williams, it's going to be a foul on Boutneck holding as Glasgow try to go past him.
Joseph check back in on 5:39 remains.
So Samir Williams and Raheem Thompson who will go. Julius Van Soers and Kofi Josephs back in. As Dave says, they go 8 deep quite comfortably, Wolves, and they're certainly switching it around and making sure everybody's as fresh as they can keep them. Glasgow inbounds to Morsell. Morsell finds Glasgow. Glasgow for a long two. It hits the front of the rim and Van Soers takes the rebound. Worcester back off and up and running for Josephs into Williams, back and Defoe down again. Looking for the pass, gives it hard pass out to Boutneck. Boutneck, nice ball movement from Worcester. Van Soers, Edwards. Van Soers goes inside, drives in hard, lays it in for two. There's no doubt about who's the stronger team at the moment in Boston. This Worcester up to 40 to 23 lead. Mike Morsell trying his best to get something going for the Eagles. Knocks down yet another two.
Well, most of his stuff's been individual effort, but thank goodness for that, because without his points, where on earth would this game be?
So Van Soers into Jordan Williams. Every time Worcester come down, Jordan Williams seems to be in that same position, backing somebody down and getting across to the basket and laying it in or laying out a pass to somebody. It's a very, very effective game. 42-25 now, Worcester lead. Rodney Glasgow wanted that one back from Defoe, didn't get it. Fletcher out to Morsell. Morsell for three, but he stepped on the line before he shot the ball. So another turnover. Hussein comes off. Kai Williams coming on. 4:18 to go, and the Eagles down 42 to 25.
Your match ball sponsor 313. Your match sponsor Gateshead College.
Cortez Edwards. Boutneck. Van Soers. Edwards again. Kofi Josephs thought about it. Gives it back to Edwards. This time he will. Shouldn't know he won't. He'll drive to the basket and drops it off beautifully for Van Soers. Van Soers is in for the 2-point flush.
Real good patience, just probing away until they've created a weakness in the Eagles' defence.
Morsell for three. That one's off. The rebound drops to Darius Defoe, who gratefully lays it in for two. And that gets the Eagles to 27, but Worcester running away with it at the moment on 44. Jordan Williams on the opposite side of the block. Good hands by Kai Williams. Jordan Williams bouncing in and hook shot and with his left hand, and in it goes.
Well, the only thing that's happening at the moment, Jeff, is this leads being extended. Now, Coach McLeod's used 2 timeouts, so the only way he can have another timeout is if Matt Newby calls one.
And there you go.
Oh, and guess what? He is.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I don't think either of the 2 timeouts he's had have really created what
19, and the Eagles on 15 at the moment. The 4 has 5 rebounds. And Morcell has 14 of the Eagles' 29 points. It's Fletcher with 6, who's the second top scorer.
Well, Matt Newby chose to call a timeout there, and the way the game was going, you could, unless he saw something he could really take advantage of further, there was always a danger of him calling that. It gives the Eagles a chance to organise something, so it has to be defensive first, I believe. Welcome your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, I just think they've turned the ball over straight away from their timeout, which obviously hasn't pleased Matt at all, looking across, and I think it could have only been defensively. I mean, Fletcher has made a couple of quite easy breaks to the basket, perhaps we're looking at that. But I mean, you can hear Morcell.
Look at that defence there on Morcell, determined to stop him. That's not happening at this end.
Yeah.
Did then.
Well,
great defence, Rodney. Fletch.
Yeah, Fletcher came in well, but Morcell, when he's going to the basket, he's faced by 3, sometimes 4 players underneath the basket, all collapsing around him.
Yeah.
And as Dave says, there's an intensity about the Wolves' defence, which hadn't been matched until that last defensive stand by Ramon Fletcher. Morcell's drive to the basket is stopped illegally, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, it may have been, but Edwards was determined he wasn't going to score an easy bucket.
So Morcell on the line for 2, makes the first. Worcester trying to get 7 players on court. I think they possibly don't even need 5 the way they're playing at the minute. Eagles back within 16. Will Morcell make that 15? Sure, they'd love to try and get it down to single digits before the half-time break. Mike Morcell makes them both. He's up to 16 personal. Wolves make their substitutions this time with Bauchneck and Jordan Williams going off. Cortez Edwards back on, India Williams back on. Edwards gives it to Hughes. Hughes back to Edwards. Edwards drives at the basket, gives it out. Ball movement from Van Sawyers to Kofi Josephs. Josephs driving at the basket, goes for a wild layup.
Here we go.
And there's a good transition for the Eagles. That's the best transition they've had all night. Before taking the rebound, finding Fletcher, and Fletcher finding his guard partner Glasgow in the free. In a way, there's Fletcher coming out with a great steal on Hughes, and he'll go and lay that one in for 2. And Eagles have said we're hoping to possibly be down to single digits. They're now down to 11. 3 quick baskets. Fletcher and Glasgow sparking it, but here's Edwards to reply. Josephs for 3, and it goes from Kofi Josephs. If he finds his range, the Eagles will be really struggling. Rodney Glasgow driving in on Hughes. Hughes on 2 fouls. Darius to 4. Gives it to Kai Williams. Morcell. Shot clock down to 3. Morcell drives all the way to the basket, but he's fouled. Fouls on Van Sawyers. 2 shots to Mike Morcell. Cortez Edwards takes another break. I think this will just be to give him an extra minute before half time. 14 points in front at 35-49. They can afford to do that as Martin Bauchneck comes back on. Mike Morcell at the line. Takes the first one. Settles himself and makes the second as well. 13 points the gap, 1 minute, just over a shade out of that. Well, there you go, there's the 1 minute marker now. Worcester on offence. Could be 2 for 1. It's going to be a foul on Darius Defoe, or is it on Ramon Fletcher? No, it's Darius Defoe with a push.
Believe it or not, that's the Eagles' first foul this quarter.
Yeah.
Worcester in the penalty, but that was the Eagles' first foul this quarter.
Darius Defoe's second foul, he takes a seat, and Sadeh Hussein comes on.
50.3 remains of game time in P2.
50.3 on the game clock, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Joseph's inbound to Boutneck. Comes back and gets it back off Boutneck. Spots up for the 2, and in it goes. Too easy for me, Dave, that. No real pressure on the defense.
Didn't get closed down, didn't get challenged.
And there's Glasgow's lost it at the other end, and Joseph finds Hughes. Hughes lays it in for 2. And the Eagles' hopes of getting back to within single digits smashed apart by great finish to the quarter by Worcester. 53 to 37 up at the moment. Eagles with one last effort. There's a differential of 5 seconds between game clock and shot clock. It's Morsell again. Everybody else totally static for the Eagles. Morsell tries to give it to Kai Williams. He can't get along the baseline. Sadeh Hussein up for 2. Hits the rim. You've got 2 seconds. Boutneck from halfway. Doesn't make it, but doesn't really matter as far as the Worcester are concerned. They lead 53 to 37 at the break, and that was quite
some sort of pressing, which I think is really needed here to just get them into a different gear and get them stepping up mentally. Then it's got to be consistently on. It can't just be on for 1 or 2 and then suddenly disappear.
So the Eagles come out with a starting 5. Glasgow, Fletcher, Defoe, Hussein and Morsell. And it's the same starting 5 for the second half for Worcester as well as the start of the game. Mark Hughes, Cortez Edwards, Martin Boutneck, Amir Williams and Jordan Williams.
Well, loads of teams have come from 16 points down at half time to win games. What they need here physically is the effort they showed against the London Lions. I thought it was the toughest performance of the season. There's no reason at all why these players can't produce that sort of defence.
It's Worcester who get us underway, and they're on offence with Edwards. Gives it out to Jordan Williams. He comes inside. It's a good steal by Darius Defoe. Good hands. Glasgow gives it back to Defoe, to Fletcher. Glasgow, and that's an air ball. Air ball 3 from Rodney Glasgow.
It's a pity because it makes that 16% look even worse, but actually it was a good shot to take because they'd moved the ball, nobody closed Glasgow down, and it had followed probably the best defensive effort of the night. They need another, however many defensive efforts they're going to have to make for right to the end of this game.
If they make a stop, they've got to get a score. Didn't do that, so we're still where we were, 53 to 37. Boutneck now. Nice pass inside to Amir Williams. Amir Williams is easy able to beat Sadeh Hussein to the basket and lays it in for 2. Moves to the first points of the second half. Hussein gives it to Glasgow, who turns the corner out to Fletcher. Here's Morsell inside, gives it back out to Defoe. Defoe drives hard to the basket, but he can't make the layup. But Morsell, offensive rebound and tip in for 2 more. Takes him up to 20 points personal. Worcester coming back with Edwards. Once again, Edwards having a complete game. Mark Hughes out the Boutneck. Here's Jordan Williams threatened the 3. Tries to find his partner Amir Williams inside, but this time Hussein came up with a steal. Morsell driving almost by himself to the basket. Gives it to Fletcher. Fletcher drives through the gap. Lays it in for 2. Eagles back to within 14. Making the first little move. Come Worcester with Edwards. Lobs into Amir Williams. Closed off by Defoe and Hussein. That's much better defense from the Eagles inside. Here's Glasgow. Hussein comes inside. Gives it to Defoe, but it was a poor It was a poor pass from Hussein to Defoe. Defoe probably should have had an easy layup.
You know, it was a great shot though. He never took his eyes off that orange. Never took his eyes off the orange. Total concentration in that shot.
Yeah, Defoe.
Really good stroke as well. Well, back to 11.
Yep, because what happened was Hussein's pass may not have been very good, and Defoe had to give him it back. But as Dave's already described, Hussein was there to knock down the long three. Eagles back to 11, but they did this in the second quarter towards the end. Got close and then allowed Worcester to run away again. Certainly seems to be a little bit more intensity about the Eagles' defence at the moment. Hughes puts up a poor shot, but Amir Williams, great offensive rebound. But again, met by Defoe and Hussein inside. First time, not a foul. Second time it is.
Well, maybe it's a good foul. It shows intent, it shows purpose, and it shows commitment.
Waving behind the basket. UCA, loud and proud. Let's make some noise.
Darius Defoe's third, and you know, knowing Darius's history of moving on from 3 fouls during the game, I think we'll be looking at a substitution. He's got to choose carefully. He needs somebody here who's going to maintain this better defensive effort.
Loud and proud. Make some noise.
Mia Williams makes the first one. Steps forward for the second, gives the ball back to the referee Bohr. Gives it back to Amir Williams to shoot the second. This is the second, and Hussein gets the rebound. So Eagles with a chance to cut it to 10. Good ball movement for once, and Hussein floats in for 2. Timeout called by Matt Newby.
Well, you know, Newby will have been talking it over at half time, and Marcel was the standout scorer. Stopping one scorer is pretty easy. Now he's got another one, it's not so easy. If we can have somebody else step up and start hitting shots, get at this defence before it gets in position.
Newby's timeout finishes, and we'll see what Worcester come out with. It's their ball at the end line, and both Glasgow and Fletcher trot forward, trying to make it a little bit tougher. Glasgow on Edwards, as Edwards comes up to the halfway line. He gives it to Hughes. Hughes to Jordan Williams. To Amir Williams. From the... well, there was a chance there for the Eagles. Amir Williams... long range 2 came off the rim, but Cortez Edwards it was who took the rebound. Defoe tries to find Fletcher, but it's stolen by Edwards. He gives it to Hughes, and Hughes lays it in for 2. And there's 4-point swing straight back after the timeout. Hussein. Fletcher for 2, in it goes. Little tap on Cortez Edwards as he goes past them for the 2. Fletcher up to 12 personal. There's Jordan Williams. Certainly I think that one of the other keys to this game, Dave, is the fact that the Eagles have been suckered into playing at Wolves' pace as well. And as Jordan Williams there makes it very easy look transition. Rodney Glasgow misses the 3 on the and Cortez Edwards takes another rebound. Seems to me as if Cortez Edwards every week is looking almost at a triple-double. Today no different, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists already. Hughes foresight to Bauknecht. Bauknecht puts up a 3 on the buzzer that doesn't go in and doesn't hit the rim, so that's a 24-second violation. Rodney Glasgow comes out, Nick Schlitzer comes in. Julius Van Soers comes in for Worcester. Jordan Williams takes a seat. (62-48). Eagles fans have the reputation for being able to get behind their team and help them up, but at the moment they've got very little to cheer for. Yes, Fletcher drives to the basket, goes in hard. lays it in off the glass. He's up to 14 personal. There's Bauknecht. He drives inside. Little stop and pop, and in for two. Nice play by the Dutchman. Worcester captain makes the two. There's Hussein at the other end. Backens Van Soers down. Hook shot is no good. And that's going to be a personal foul on Mike Morsell. Right in front of the referees as well. It's frustration as much as anything, but you just can't do that in this game. I think he felt Bauknecht was holding him, but
he was boxing him out, wasn't he? And
yeah.
It was dead. Both of them should simply have walked away from it.
Bauknecht makes the first and makes the second, and Wolves will now get the ball back. They led by 16 at the half. 5.5 minutes into the third, they still lead by 16 with a chance to go further in front as they have possession.
Yeah, not so long ago it was down to 12, and I was thinking that they're not playing perfect, but they are playing better than they were in the first half.
So they actually got it down to 10, I think, at one point as well, Dave. Here's Bauknecht. He goes for three, and he's fouled on the three-point shot by Darius Defoe, so he will go to the line to shoot three.
Well, I always thought, with the forward line, they've got the two Williamses and the way some of the other guys are getting to the basket. They needed Darius now. I was questioning the decision to leave him on third foul so early in this quarter.
To pick a fourth foul up, charging down a free throw shooter, a 3-point
well,
shooter.
That's down to him, not Coach McLeod. I mean, Coach McLeod obviously had the decision whether to leave him on or not, and he chose to leave him on, okay. But Darius had no way at all. He should have been chasing that shooter down. Not on three fouls.
So he's on four and likely to sit for quite some time now. Bauknecht makes the first two.
Let's make some noise.
Shoots the third. 3 from 3 from Martin Bauknecht. Cortez Edwards takes a break. Kofi Joseph comes on. Coach Newby just organising it, and Bauknecht will go to the point.
Be interested to see. Okay. A one guard as well as a two guard, huh? Good shooter as well.
Decent all-round player, I think. But nearly everybody in this Worcester side is. He certainly plays the team, very much as plays the team. Morsell back out to Hussein. Hussein for three. That's well short. But Morsell was able to take the rebound. Or couldn't put it back in, but he is fouled, so he'll go to the line for two shots.
Well, I was talking about loads of teams have come back from 16 down at the half. It's now 19 down.
And they've only got 14 minutes.
Got one of your better defenders in terms of what Worcester you are offering in terms of you have to defend around the paint in particular. Darius on 4. And you got Mike Morsell in an interesting situation here because one more sportsman-like or a tee and he's gone. He's okay on 2 fouls, but he really has to go to keep his discipline.
That foul was on Mark Hughes, and that's his third foul. He's the only Worcester player with more than 1 foul. He's on 3. Morsell up to 22 points.
Coach Newby taking no chances, giving him a break.
There's no reason for him to take a chance. It's Bauknecht into
Using that low post again. Look at the good cuts there, yeah. Oh, I think John Williams made there, yeah. He's apologising to, is it Ryan Thompson. Yeah, he's apologising. He knew the moment he'd let go of that ball, he'd made the wrong option on the pass off.
So Eagles could have break, but it's still a 17-point gap. Kai Williams, Sadi Hussein. Fletcher turns the corner, gets to take the ball with him though. Raheem Thompson is exactly the same, but he's managed to pick it up. out to Kofi Joseph. Kofi Joseph drives in. Back out to Boutnick. Boutnick turns in. Tries to flick it behind his back, but can't do that. Nick Schlitzer it is. Who comes away with the ball and give it to Morcell, and once again Morcell 1 on 3, but he was fouled. He threw the ball up in the hope that he might have been given shots, but
one of the things I like about Mike Morcell is he knows when he's not taking the rebound, he breaks quickly. Too many other people Eagles players stand and see who's got the rebound before the break. Usually you know who's going to get it, instincts. You're not a rebounder, you're a breaker.
For me, the Eagles' offense has been very static all night. It's been almost one on 2, 1 on 3.
To me, they've got to introduce some more secondary action.
Yeah.
Get at the defense before they're locked on.
Kofi Joseph thought about that's a foul on Sadi Hussein. Will Saunders comes back in for the Eagles. Picks out Sadi Hussein, who's just picked his second foul up. He goes out. Darius Defoe and 4 fouls on the bench with a nice pack on his shoulder as well. Jordan Williams turns, not knocked free by Mike Morcell, but referee McEverly gives that ball to the Eagles. Saunders into Fletcher, into Morcell. Morcell drives at the basket, but he sits on the floor. Kofi Joseph is fouled. Eagles in the penalty. He'll go up the line for 2, fouled by Kai Williams.
If you're behind that basket, let's see some arms waving for your Eagles. And the rest of us are doing it loud and proud. Let's make some noise.
Kofi Joseph misses the first.
Eagles arms waving loud and proud. Make some noise.
Joseph makes the second. Worcester up to 70 points. He has Edwards coming back in for Boutnick. Rotation of the point guards. Morcell into Fletcher. Here's Will Saunders. Morcell. Fletcher's going to drive. He gives it inside to Kai Williams. Kai Williams inside for 2. Nice pass from Fletcher. Nice bucket from Kai Williams. But it only cuts the gap to what it was at half time, which is 16 points. Jordan Williams at the other end. Backs Morcell down. And able to get past Morcell and lay it in. Up to 14 points personal. Fletcher kicks it out to Morcell. Morcell's going to drive in. Doesn't make the layup. Nick Schlitzer had a chance to take the steal but didn't make it. Cortez Edwards out to Via Thompson. He puts it inside to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams wraparound pass finds Van Soers. Van Soers is up and out. Doesn't make the shot though. Mike Morcell comes away with the ball. And that's going to be a technical foul on Julius Van Soers. Clearly felt he was fouled or impeded with his shot. Personally, I didn't say anything, and you have to learn to keep your tongue. Technical foul. Fletcher goes to the line to shoot 1. And the Eagles will get possession. Fletcher shoots and misses his 3rd free throw. Fletcher's missed all 3 of his free throws tonight, all 3 of his 3-point shots, but he has got 7 of 9 inside, have 14 points. Lots of whistles going on at the moment. I think they're trying to check where the ball was from.
Eagles ball.
Checking the shot clock, it's on 19 seconds. Starts ticking down now. Fletcher gives it to Saunders, gives it back to Fletcher. Nick Schlitzer comes off the screen, shoots the three, can't make it. Amir Thompson knocks the ball into the hands of Amir Williams, and away come Worcester again. Chance to make it a 20-point game. Josephs to Williams. Williams again, another wrap-around pass at race line. Jordan Williams had quite a good game tonight, to say the least. And Amir Williams profits from his pass. Morcell, once again, 1 on 2 3. This time it's Ramin Wade Thompson who meets him and I think gets the foul call against him.
Bonus line 2.
Jordan Williams with 16 points and 5 assists. Glasgow Junior now comes back on, and a very disconsolate looking Ramon Fletcher takes a seat on the bench. Morcell on the line to shoot 2. Eight of 9 so far from the line. At 9 of 10 from the line. Morcell up to 24 points personal. Cortez Edwards to Josephs. Williams, long skip past to May Thompson. He's back out to Edwards. Back to May Thompson. May Thompson from the corner for 3. That hits the front of the rim. But a great hustle from May Thompson to get the ball in front of Schlitzer. Cortez Edwards goes all the way to the basket, but he can't make the layup. The Eagles come away with the ball. Interesting lineup for the Eagles there, just 1 on 4. Morcell once again gives it to Kai Williams. Kai Williams up for 2. That's off the rim. Jordan Williams and Mike Morcell it is, but that's the end of the quarter. 56 to the Eagles, 74 to Worcester. That's on Boutneck 8, Amir Williams 8 and 7 rebounds. Cortez Edwards has 8 rebounds and 5 assists. For the Eagles, Mike Morcell 24, Ramon Fletcher 14, and then we drop all the way to Sadie Hussein with 7. And that's about it really for the Eagles. So we're underway in the final quarter. 18-point the deficit. Morcell for 3, that comes back off the rim. Worcester pick up the loose ball rebound. Eagles now shooting 3 of 18 from 3-point range. Mark Hughes. And that's going to be a foul on Kai Williams. Side of the head.
Once again, if you're behind that basket for your Eagles, let's see your arms waving.
Kai Williams asking who his help was, and Rodney Glasgow and Nick Schlitzer talking it over, but to make any difference, foul on Williams puts Mark Hughes at the line for 2 shots. Makes the first. Up to 13 points personal.
I mean, the Worcester success, isn't it? It's a combination of how well this starting 5 fit together, how well they play together, and the fact that they've got support that's pretty multifunctional, can do many positions coming off the bench.
Look, very, very solid team indeed. There's Will Saunders, thought about the 3, didn't shoot it, drives in, back out to Kai Williams. Kai Williams lobbed it inside to Mike Morcell, but Morcell had decided to come out. And it looked a bad pass from Kai Williams, but Mike Morcell was the first one to put his hands up and say, yep, I should have stayed in there. 20 points the gap. Eagles coming apart a little bit here. There's Jordan Williams from Amir Williams. Other way around this time, and Jordan Williams puts it in for 2.
That high-low play, Jeff, was so easy. There was no pressure on the guy who was in the high position, no fronting, no getting in front of Jordan Williams at all, and once he got the ball, no collapse on him.
Eagles put up another 3-point shot from Saunders, which misses. Bouknecht inside to Williams. Rodney Glasgow manages to get the ball off the floor. He goes coast to coast, floats it in for 2. Back to 20. Boukneck. Mike Marcel almost got a steal off Jordan Williams, but Jordan Williams defends the ball really well. Boukneck comes round, almost stepped out of bounds, flicks it back but can't find Edwards. It's a turnover.
Yeah, he realised far too late there he was going into no man land. He had absolutely no chance at all. I think his intention was, and he's done it before tonight, was to throw a nice baseline drift pass to that corner, but the Eagles had completely shut that off. His only way was to dribble out, to reverse out on the dribble, and he had 2 free players on that side of the floor.
Eagles coming forward with Fletcher, trying to set something up. Glasgow well guarded by Boukneck. Can't get the ball off Fletcher. Saunders turns the ball over. Boukneck's out in the open and lays it in for 2. I think it would be fair to say that Will Saunders' Eagles clear really hasn't taken off at all at the moment.
No, he made his decision before he read the defence.
Fletcher, nice little move, finds Saunders inside. Saunders one bounce and was going to go up, but as foul as he was trying to go up, and he'll go up the line to shoot 2. Can't make the first. Can't make the second either, so Eagles now 11-17 from the line. Worcester 14 of 18 from the line. Every stat you look at, Worcester in front at the moment. Here's Edwards. And we have Williams. Back to Edwards. Edwards turns the corner. Down to 4 seconds on the shot clock. Steps back for 3. That's off the rim. Schlitzer picks it out. He tried to give the long ball to Fletcher. No real need for it. Coach McLeod not happy at all. Mark Hughes for 3, doesn't make it. Amir Williams does get the rebound. Can't lay it up, but Amir Thompson picks it back off the boards. Gives it back to Cortez Edwards. He finds Amir Thompson. That's going to be a foul on Nick Schlitzer. I think you might well find Nick Schlitzer taking a seat. Interesting that Coach McLeod hasn't called any timeouts either, Dave. That may be tantamount to the way he's feeling about the way his team's playing. Is probably possibly feeling what's the point if...
You know, that's you just raised a point there about the way people are feeling. I mean, stats tell you one thing. What we don't know is what these Eagles players are thinking mentally.
At the moment they look pretty shot, both mentally and physically. There's Hughes trying to go through the middle. Better defense from the Eagles. Fletcher got the first hand in. Hussein came up with the ball. Morcell's going to drive all the way to the basket. Tries to lay it in for 2 and he can't. Comes back out. And almost inevitably the ball's in the hands of Cortez Edwards. 9 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists for Edwards at the moment. Hughes takes over. He's going to drive all the way to the basket, but his layup hits the front of the rim and comes down. Hussein picks it up. It's Fletcher goes on the turbo to try and lay one into the other end, but he's fouled as he goes. And it's ball's given on the floor. Correct decision. Well, the Eagles may not have turned it round at half time the way the fans would have been hoping, but one team who have turned it round at half time is Bristol Flyers, who now lead Leicester by 67-66 with 2.5 minutes to go in that one. The other one looks all dead as well. Sheffield 85, Manchester 66 with 6 minutes to go. Sadi Hussein here at the Eagles Community Arena. He gets the Eagles up to within 20 points with his layup, 80-60 points. Jordan Williams, that's too easy. Drives past Hussein. Hussein fouls him. Luckily for the Eagles, Jordan Williams missed the layup, but he will go up the line to shoot 2. First sight of the night of Daniel Johnson-Thompson. 5:40 to go. Jordan Williams' free throw wipes its foot quite a long way and then drops down. Second one's off, and Johnson-Thompson, who's just come on, took the rebound, but turned the ball over and trying to give it to one of the teammates. Fletcher out to Hussein. Hussein takes a bounce, looks to shoot the 3, misses the 3. Morcell takes a good rebound and is fouled as he lays it back in. That missed 3-pointer from the Eagles now makes it 3 of 20 from the line, from the 3-point line. Right, Morcell to shoot the and 1. Morcell makes the and 1. Referee Unsworth wants to talk it over these 2 fellow officials, Bo and McCleverly. Not quite sure what he wants to talk over. Just checking something. All happy as we go off. Supposed to bring the ball up. Edwards and Joseph playing passy. Edwards to Amir Williams. To Johnson-Thompson, but Mike Morcell comes from behind, and that's a great block by Mike Morcell. Almost you could almost say a one-man team almost tonight. Fletcher, who has got double figures, bounces that ball off the foot of Hussein. Hussein can't make the layup. Cortez Edwards brings the ball forward. Edwards drives all the way to the basket, flicks it out. Nice assist if the ball goes in. It doesn't. Johnson-Thompson's up there for the rebound. He can't make the layup. He's took some nice rebounds since he come on, but he can't finish. Morcell at the other end. That's going to be a travel. Mark Hughes back on. Martin Bouknecht out. 4:32 to go. Worcester lead 81 to 63.
John helping out this evening. That's happy birthday, John. Celebrating your 16th birthday today. Wow, please connect helpers.
Johnson-Thompson once again with the ball. That's going to be an offensive foul. Matt Newby thinking about whether he should take him back off. Sends Julius Van Soers to the bench, to the subs bench. Let's see if he will come on for Johnson-Thompson. There's Fletcher, Glasgow with the floater, in for 2 points. Eagles back to where they were at half time, down 16, 3:50 to go. Here's Amir Williams on Sadi Hussein. Spin move to the basket, lays it in off the glass. 2 points, Amir Williams. Sadi Hussein gives it back out to Glasgow. Glasgow in and out. Hussein comes in by his side for 2, knocks down the 2. Van Sars comes back in, and it is Daniel Johnson-Thompson who takes the seat. Mixed few minutes for him when he come on. Certainly rebounding with turnovers as well and missed shots. Amir Williams to Cortez Edwards. Edwards to Josephs. Josephs driving in hard. Saleh Hussein gets a block. Pretty easy block because Josephs was slipping as he put his shot up, but still got to be there to block it, and he knocks it away. That's Saleh Hussein's 5th block of the night. He won't get a block this time as Edwards turns past him. This time he's going for the block, his foul's given. That's his 4th foul on Hussein. 3 minutes to go, 83 to 67.
Yeah, and I think there must be many people in here tonight getting concerned about where the Eagles go for the next step, because this just simply isn't good enough, is it, Jeff?
Well, it has to be said, you're right, Dave. I mean, 83-67 against a team with an identical record. A team that played twice on the road and only lost to by an aggregate of 9 points.
Yeah.
Yes, we understand CJ Geddes is out. Yes, we understand Drew Lasker's out.
Yeah.
Yes, we understand Eddie Matthews out, but really, as a
you
former coach, you would have said that's a chance for other players.
Yeah, and sometimes as a coach, you've got to say, well, these guys just aren't doing for me. You throw a timber, you combo, none of that's happening. It's just the same rotations, just playing in the same way and not able to break out of the mould they've got themselves in. Yes, Geddes coming back would be a massive, and obviously Drew Lasker, because there you got one of the best impact players coming off the bench imaginable. But they're not here, so somebody else somewhere has got to try something.
Cortez Edwards, nice ball movement. Hughes to Josephs. Joseph knocks down the 3, celebrates it with a wag of the finger. Kofi Joseph's up to 14 points now. Some of the Eagles fans have seen enough, 2 of them leaving their seats early. Still 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, well, I don't think they've really felt part of the game tonight. You can understand that. There's some very, very loyal fans here, but they've seen just too much of this type of negative basketball this season.
Fletcher finally makes a 3-point shot for the Eagles. Back to within 15, but that's a foul by Ramon Fletcher. And we do have the result from Bristol. It's Bristol 73, Leicester 69.
Well, that highlights 2 things. One is Bristol have obviously made a recovery from 1 or 2 earlier trouncings and going out to the Solent Kestrels in the trophy, and Leicester is showing that they can be pretty inconsistent as well, aren't they?
Mark Hughes makes the first from the line.
The big win against the Eagles and then a massive loss to, was it the London Lions?
So here's the stat for you as well, Dave, on that game. 73 points from Bristol, 45 from the bench.
Wow.
Levi Bradley with 19 points from the bench, and Eric Lockett was 16 points from the bench. So 1:52 to go, and this one's just about all over. It has been for quite some time. Worcester lead 89 to 72. The arena emptying fairly quickly at the moment. Morcell, Schlitzer for 3. That one's off again. Cortez Edwards takes another rebound. Cortez Edwards, if he could just pick up 2 more points or 1 more point, we'll have a double-double. Glasgow to Schlitzer. Schlitzer lays it in. Schlitzer's fouled by Van Soers. He'll get the 2 points. Too little, too late, really, for the Eagles.
Yeah, but it shows what they're capable of. What they have to try and work out is why they're not delivering on the things they're good at.
Why aren't they doing this for the full 40, as you said before?
Yeah, I mean,
2 or 3 minute spells isn't good enough, is it really?
No, I mean, every coach knows that the players play best when they play with freedom, but they've got to earn that freedom, and to play with freedom you've got to understand what your role is within the team.
So Edwards, Kofi Josephs, he'll put up the 3. This one's short, it just falls into the hands of Jordan Williams.
I thought against London Lions that although they've had haven't played great offensively all season, they really stepped up the intensity in that. They played tough. Mentally they were strong. They were well prepared. They're just not enough of that. And it seems as though the issues they're having with offense or scoring or whatever seems to be just taking everything away from the defence. That shouldn't happen.
Long three from Courtney Joseph, and he's nailed that one, no problem at all. Will Kittinge has come on for the last minute of the game as well. There's Fletcher driving to the basket. Yep, I'll have 2 points there, he says. Worcester, no foul at all. Matt Williamson comes on, as does Nathan Ramsdale Owen. And for the last 47 seconds, we see Temba Yabando and Sarve Kande.
Well, one thing that could have been done, Jeff, and obviously I'm trying to keep a perspective on this, but these two had come on early, would have been a message to those more senior players.
To be fair to Mike Morsell, he's done everything he could. It's 27 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Oh. And there's a 3-point shot from the substitute. Coming on, first touch of the ball, Ramsdale Owen knocks down a 3. Schlitzer going inside, he lays it in for 2. 23.2 seconds to go. Wolves lead 95-79, and I think Kofi Joseph thinks that's all she wrote. So that's going to be it, 95-79, and a fantastic win for Worcester on the road down in Newcastle. That makes it 2-0 for the season against them, and 3-0 overall. Worcester really have had Eagles' number this season, and the Eagles have only got 48 hours to recover before they have to go to a very tough Sheffield.
They have to simply get together, whether they have to knock heads, they have to talk it over with each other. People have got to put the cards on the table, but they have to go down to Sheffield. They want to be so not easy. No, everybody may be talking about, an end.